Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
I just want us to make up our minds as to what the quarterback is that we need, and whether we draft one early or in the middle, or whatever we can get in free agency, whether it's Joe Flacco or Kirk Cousins. Let's just do the right thing. I really have a feeling that everybody's so down on us, but I have a funny feeling that we're going to rebound really strong this particular year, and this is going to be the right first step in the new direction of the Browns going forward. No more screwed up mistakes, no more bad decisions. Okay, well, that's my wish, that's my hope, and that's my feeling.
As always, appreciate all of the voicemails. Jeff, at some point in time, they got to get it right. Relative to the quarterback, yes, you got to bring in probably a couple of veterans. Yes, you got to draft at least one, maybe one earlier and one later. You have to get the numbers so that you eventually get a quarterback that you're happy with.
Well, we're just going to start here with the Joe Flacco stuff. Look, this was a fantastic May to September fling. Let's all just leave it exactly where it was, okay? Joe Flacco will forever be revered in Cleveland. We will always love that run. And, man, the former Raven guy came here and look what happened. No, we're not doing that again. But, yes, 2 veterans probably makes a hell of a lot of sense. It's a really shallow class, so drafting 2 may not be that easy, but I wouldn't disagree with it. With all of those picks you have on day 3 and realizing that there's a good chance, probably they don't make all 12, but if they do, you take a quarterback there, and then, hey, the second veteran maybe battles the second rookie, and maybe, in true Andrew Berry fashion, I'll just swap one of them when it gets down to roster cut down and see if that works out whatsoever. You want to get them all in there because everybody's going to need work. All the position groups are going to need work. If it is a guy like Kirk Cousins who comes here, we're not sure that Kirk Cousins is going to be a guy that's going to be out there every single practice. And, you just want to be able to get the best work in you possibly can for everybody else as well. And it's not just the quarterbacks. And again, I don't care if you throw 57 darts, to find just one guy. If that's what it's going to take, then by all means, go ahead and do it. And there is the realization, of course, Dave, that, we know that this is not the greatest time. It is certainly not the quarterback market right now is very similar to the housing market. It is not the best time to be a buyer, so to speak. But, this is where the Browns are. And to be honest with you, for as bad as the Deshaun Watson situation went, I think they're more than okay, being, a buyer in a poor quarterback market.
Yeah, I know you've addressed this on Browns 3D. There's going to be competition. I mean, there are going to be teams that do not like the rookie class that are going to look to get a guy that's done it at least at some level in the NFL.
Well, but first off, you look at a team like the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's a perennial playoff team every single year. And, if you're one of these guys who's out there, and yes, maybe Tennessee's calling, obviously Cleveland could be calling, New York could be calling, and you're looking at that, but you're saying, well, there's a team that's, always goes to the playoffs. Defense looks pretty good. I go there, maybe I'm the difference for them, not just getting to the playoffs, but advancing in the playoffs. The Browns should have, a money factor, and they should be able to put themselves in a position where maybe essentially money is not a factor if they truly feel there is a free agent guy out there that 100% fits their needs. Yes. But in the same respect, though, there is a team like Pittsburgh who says, well, I think we offer you a better situation. But I also do agree with, from what, basically the caller and the message left is I still think this team is a lot closer to a 500 team even last year than it is to a 3-loss team. I think they just kind of got, I'm not saying, anybody tanks, it's a lovely, lovely phrase, but not very many people actually try and practice it. But I don't think the Browns were that upset that they were so banged up that, they weren't really going to be able to win any games going down the stretch. Again, everything worked out beautifully for them. They got their escape hatch out of the terribleness of the Deshaun Watson move, money, contract, all of that. Only problem is the market just doesn't coincide with what the Browns kind of have going on right now.